Hello everybody, welcome to another interaction session. So we are here at SN Bose Physics Learning Center, and with us we have Kruthika today. Kruthika has gone through a very nice academic journey. So this interaction session will be all about that. So we'll talk about how she prepared and how she cracked JEST. She just did not crack JEST. She got an amazing rank of 150, right? And she has a lot of offers on her hand. We'll talk about that too. I'll start with the small introduction session so that we'll know who we are talking with. So, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Okay. My name is Kruthika. I grew up in Bangalore. I did my schooling in Bangalore. I've always been interested in physics and astrophysics specifically. As a child, I've always looked up to the stars and been fascinated by what goes on there, what makes them shine.
Okay.
And I knew from a young age that I wanted to study astrophysics.
Astrophysics.
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you tell us a little bit about your schooling? So,
Yeah.
like, was math interesting to you? Was physics interesting to you?
Oh yeah. Actually, I like maths more than I like science.
Okay.
During my schooling years, but
Okay.
I realized as we go to higher levels in education, maths became more abstract.
Yeah, it becomes very abstract.
Yeah, it becomes very abstract, and that was a little bit difficult to me. So I shifted from maths to physics.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she shifted from one abstract field to another abstract field.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So can you tell us a little bit about your undergraduation?
Yeah.
I mean, before that, can you tell us about your 11th and 12th?
Yeah.
Did you prepare for any competitive exams in 11th and 12th?
Okay. So I'm from COVID batch.
Okay.
So that is, you can say it's lucky in few ways and unlucky in other ways. I did prepare for JEE mains in advance.
Okay.
I did clear JEE mains, but I couldn't clear advance.
Okay.
Uh,
So back in 12th, what was your aspiration? Like, what did you want to join? Did you want to go towards engineering, or was it physics itself, even in 11th and 12th?
Even in 11th and 12th, I knew that I wanted to do a bachelor's in physics specifically.
Okay. So you would probably, your aspiration was somewhere near a BSc in Mr. Program.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you tell us a little bit about your bachelor's? Like, how did your bachelor's help you? What exposures did you have in your bachelor's?
Yeah.
Did you have research exposure? Did you do projects? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So I did my Bachelor of Science in triple major. So it's physics, mathematics, and electronics.
Okay.
So I did it from Christ University here in Bangalore.
Okay.
My exposure, I would say that I studied in a college that doesn't focus on science very much.
Okay.
But I did have a good research exposure and all that. So there is a research team, a couple of research teams in Christ University that is working in astrophysics.
Okay.
So, and I also did certain projects outside of my university. I'm sure you might have heard of Nakshatra Science.
Nakshatra Science.
Yeah, so I did an astrophysics course from there.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about that course, and did it help you get a good perspective about what your career, the future might be like?
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you did in Nakshatra Science?
Yeah. So in Nakshatra, I did a course on binary stars.
Okay.
So we took some. It was intensive. It was programming intensive.
Okay.
So we took star spectra and we analyzed the star spectra, normalized it.
So a lot of data-driven astronomy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Very, very interesting. Okay, so is that something you're interested in for your masters and PhD?
Yeah, I am also interested in Python programming specifically. I like programming as well. So yeah,
data-driven astronomy basically. That's not perfect. Okay. Coming to the meat of the interview. Can you tell us about your preparation?
Yeah.
So when did you start? When did you think about giving competitive exams? And then how did you start preparation? Did you do it during your bachelor's, or was it after your bachelor's?
Yeah.
So how was your preparation?
Yeah. Okay. So I knew that I wanted to write JAM and JEST.
Okay.
I think pretty much like that. By the time I started my bachelor's degree in my first year itself, I knew that I had to write these competitive exams.
Okay.
So and I had a little experience in coaching, and I knew that it would help me better with
Yes.
cracking these exams. So,
And an interest in maths, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of the-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I learned about, so I was researching about different courses available on the internet
Okay.
about JEST and JAM preparation specifically. And I learned about SM Bose Physics Learning Center
Okay.
from the internet, and I looked at their web page, and I thought it was interesting, and I thought it would be helpful
Okay.
from the description, so I applied it.
Okay. So like most students who are in bachelor's, right? They aim for JAM.
Yeah.
So most of us, like to be honest, even I did not know about JEST.
Yeah.
So when I was in my bachelor's.
Yeah.
So did you have this JEST in mind before, or was it after you joined the coaching? Like,
No, I actually did not know about JEST
Yes.
as well.
Okay.
I know there was an idea that JEST is also an exam I might have to give,
Okay.
but I wasn't very compelled that I should give it.
Okay.
I was focused on JAM mostly.
Okay.
So, but yeah, after coming here, I learned that there are many different exams that I might have to give. So I knew that I have
More exams, more chances.
Yeah, more chances, exactly. So I decided that I would attempt JEST exam.
Okay. So a lot of students in bachelor's, they have this notion that JAM is an exam that bachelor students can attempt well, while JEST and GATE are a little out of our reach.
Yeah.
Is that true, or what is your opinion about it?
See, I wouldn't say that JEST and GATE are very much more difficult than JAM.
Okay.
In the sense that a lot of people don't write just because they think it's difficult, and that dramatically reduces the competition
Okay.
in JEST compared to JAM.
Okay.
And I think that's an advantage
Okay.
that you could exploit.
Okay. So can you since you've written both JAM, JEST, you've written GATE too?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't write GATE.
You didn't write GATE. So can you tell us very briefly what do you think is the difference between JAM and JEST? Like from what I've heard, JAM covers a lot of breadth, and it's a little more formula based, calculation based, while JEST is a little more concept heavy, and you need a lot of derivations.
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
which they'll ask in between.
Yeah.
Is that true? Do you can
Yeah.
you have some inputs about this?
Yeah, I think what you said is true.
Okay.
JAM is a little formula heavy.
Okay.
You would have better chances if you have good memory power
Okay.
and all that stuff. And JEST, they would change the questions in just the right way so that you would have to know the derivation
Okay. Okay.
for certain formulas.
Okay.
And you would have to be able to calculate them on the spot.
Okay.
And
So
another
formulas won't work. So,
Not very much.
Not very much. Okay, okay. So for a student who is fresh out of bachelor's or who is in his second year, now he wants to have a career in physics. So one straight option would be giving formative exams. So do you suggest them to try JEST in their first attempt, or will you tell them first try JAM and then go for JEST?
No,
So
I would say
what should the approach be?
Yeah, I would say you should definitely write as many exams as you can.
Okay.
Without no, you have to write as many
That's
exams.
very as simple as that.
Yeah, to increase your field.
Okay, but a very simple question is, different exams has different preparation strategies.
Yeah.
So which should you focus on? JEST or JAM? So
See,
what do you think? Yeah.
I think that depends on what your career focus is on. If you're sure you want to do research and you want to have a career in academia, then I would suggest that you go for JEST.
Okay.
Because it would give you a better opportunities in research heavy institute.
Well, you can apply for a lot of integrated PhD programs.
Yeah.
While JAM is mostly for MSc.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very valid point. Okay. All right. So I'll ask some questions about your preparation.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your favorite subject in physics?
In physics, I would say quantum mechanics.
Quantum mechanics.
Yeah.
Most of our favorite subjects.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's say like a student is let's say I'm studying quantum mechanics, right? I open harmonic oscillator, and the thing is, once you start studying, it's not very. It's a little abstract. It's not too easy.
Yeah.
So what is the best strategy for a student to start learning the concept? So if he feels it's a little hard, so what should you do to learn a concept, right? So what did you do? You tell us your experience.
Okay, so I would just try to. Okay, so first you can try to attend classes
Okay.
and glean from the lectures. You can try to understand as much as you can.
Okay.
Write down, take proper notes,
Okay.
and after that you can go back and go through the notes.
Okay.
And if you still don't understand, I would. So what I did was I would often go to these courses, online courses that were offered.
Okay.
That were offered. So you have MIT courseware,
MIT.
all those
NPTEL.
yeah,
Okay.
NPTEL. You can go to these websites and you can go through these YouTube videos where they would discuss the concept in a way that might not have been discussed in class.
Okay. Okay. So basically, you get a lot of perspectives.
Yeah.
So it'll be easy for you to understand the concept.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. So can you tell us your preparation? Like, what was your typical day like?
Okay, so my typical day, it would begin at like 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Because I had to attend these lectures, the morning lecture,
Okay.
and then I would go to college.
Okay.
Come back home by 4:30,
Okay.
and then just to take a little bit of rest, and then attend the next lecture, evening lecture, and then do the homework if it is possible, if you have time.
Okay.
And then if there is any necessary college homework, you can do that as well, and then just go to sleep.
Just go to sleep.
Yeah.
So assignments are very important.
Yeah, assignments are
Doing assignments are important. Okay, so the thing is, like, what do you think is a little different in the approach, right? Like, what was your reason for choosing SNBOS? Like, you said that you found the approach a little different.
Yeah.
So, what can you elaborate a little bit about that?
Yeah. So in SNBOS, what I found out was that a sir would go very deep into each concept,
Okay.
and we would solve many types of different
Problems.
from a large very different books.
Okay. All of these are standard books.
Yeah,
Okay.
standard books. You would solve these problems, and you could always approach anybody. So there are many students, and you can always approach sir as well if you had any doubt anytime.
So there's a very good community.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
So where does exam preparation come in? So whatever you told is about physics, studying
Yeah.
physics.
Yeah.
So there's a very big chunk of exam preparation.
Yeah.
So like, did you find anything like good about the course which helps you with JEST and JAM preparation?
Yeah. So for me, one of the biggest problems I always have is accountability.
Okay.
So I wouldn't sit down and study if there's no pressure on me. There's not somebody to look at me and say you have to complete this by this time.
Okay.
And submit the homework, submit the assignments by this time.
Okay.
So you have this accountability in SNOs.
Okay.
So you have these you have these daily assignments that you can always you have to sit and complete them. And if you have any doubt, you can always ask them.
Okay.
You can ask anybody. Everybody is always ready to help you.
Okay.
And mainly the accountability part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so can you tell us a little bit about your extracurriculars in your school? Like, did you attend any of these Olympiads?
Yeah.
You said you're interested in math.
Yeah.
So did you take any Olympiads?
Yeah. So I did attend Olympiads. There is IMO and NSO
Okay.
for maths and sciences.
Okay.
I attended those, and I got a school ranking 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay, that's great. And like, I heard that you have some scholarship.
Yeah.
Fellowship,
Yeah.
Inspired.
Yeah.
So, what was the criteria for that? Like, how did you apply for it? Was there an exam for that?
No. Okay. So the Inspire Scholarship is provided by DST,
Okay.
the Department of Science and Technology.
Okay.
So the criteria for it was you had to get a certain amount of marks
Okay.
in your 12th standard examination, final examination.
Okay.
So that they took the top 1% of students
Okay.
from each board. So I attended a CBSE school.
Okay.
So for me, I got a 96.6 percentage.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I was eligible to apply for Inspire
Inspired
Scholarship.
scholarship.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the benefits of the scholarship?
Yeah. So I get 60,000 per annum.
Okay.
And if I do an internship, summer internship, I'll get an allowance of additional 20,000.
Oh, and it's also much easier to get a summer internship.
Yeah, yeah,
So, since like I've been applying to a lot of summer internships, there they mentioned
yeah,
inspired scholarship for.
yeah.
Yeah, that's also very nice benefit. Okay. Okay, so basically one aspect which everybody faces in exam preparation is burnout.
Yeah.
Right. Like there is only so many days where you can like follow a routine, be consistent.
Yeah.
There will be some point where you like burnout.
Yeah.
So did you go through it?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure listening to your schedule, you would have.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely went through burnout, especially like during the 2 weeks before JEST.
Okay.
It was I had a hectic schedule. I had my exams going on at the same time,
Okay.
so it was pretty hectic. So at that point, I just dropped my studies
Okay.
for exam preparation.
Yeah.
And just chill for some time.
Okay.
Go for a walk, listen to music, go out with friends.
Okay.
Basically, that was my way to overcome my burnout.
Okay. All right. So basically, like when you give an exam, right, it's not a small task. So I'm pretty sure there are a lot of details to an exam preparation.
Yeah.
Like, what do you like? What's your approach
Yeah.
for exam preparation?
Yeah. Okay. So studying physics and preparing for an exam are two different concepts.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So when you want to study physics, you want to dive deep into each concept.
Okay.
And for that, we use standard textbooks.
Okay.
Here at Testing.
Okay.
We use Griffiths and
Exactly.
yeah, exactly.
Leave for studying.
Exactly.
Okay.
To understand these concepts.
Okay.
And then to develop this problem solving skill,
Okay.
you need to solve the questions that are on the back behind each chapter.
Okay. What the author's questions.
Yeah,
Right.
the author's questions.
Okay.
And like each question may take 10 to 15 minutes to solve by themselves.
Okay.
So by doing this, you'll understand each concept well.
Well. Okay.
And then you have the aspect of preparing for an exam.
Okay.
So for preparing for an exam, you have this time. It's timed, and you have these many. You have a set number of questions.
Yes. You can't use 15 minutes for a single question.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you need to decide. And there is negative marking as well in most exams.
Okay.
You need to decide which questions you want to attempt and which questions you don't want to attempt.
Okay.
So for this, we have quizzes
Okay.
here at SMO, and you can. So by attempting these quizzes, you time quizzes, you learn how to solve each of them within a certain amount of time, and you learn how to start the test.
Okay.
So by doing this multiple times, you can become better at
Okay.
doing it.
So to summarize what you said,
Yeah.
if I'm right,
Yeah.
So you said that learning the subject and test taking
Yeah.
are two different skills.
Yeah.
So learning the subject is very complete complex subject on
Yeah.
its own.
Yeah.
So for that we need all these reference and
Yeah.
these really good textbooks.
Yeah.
But for the test taking, it's all about practice.
Yeah.
So you practice a lot and then you develop this muscle of test taking.
Yeah.
So strategize, all that comes in practice.
Yeah.
So that's what. Okay, got it. That's very insightful. All right. So it's amazing that you were able to get such a good rank in just. So what did you do after this just like ranking? Like first of all, how did you feel? Like Were your parents happy? Like,
Yeah.
how did it feel?
Yeah, I was actually surprised that I did as well as I did.
Okay.
And I was very happy.
Okay.
And my parents are very happy also.
Yes. Okay.
So after I got the rankings, I knew that I had to apply to different colleges.
Okay.
You need to look into which colleges, the cutoff rank for each colleges, and see if you clear that rank.
Okay.
And you need to apply to different colleges. So like the process is different.
Okay.
So you apply for all the different ISOs separately, and you have TIFRs, ICTS.
Okay.
You have these different colleges.
Okay.
So you apply for them separately.
Okay.
And for each institute, they have their own. They have their own selection methods.
Okay.
So in some places, I had to attend interviews.
Okay.
In some places, I had to attend exams, written
Okay.
exams.
Okay.
So after attending these exams, you get to know about. They'll select you on the basis of your performance on the exam.
Okay. Talking about interviews, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
So, what interviews did you attend?
Yeah.
And did you have any help for the interview preparation?
Yeah.
Okay, you can also touch upon a little bit about what kind of questions they ask.
Yeah. Okay. So I attempted interviews at IISER Pune,
Okay.
NICE Bhubaneswar,
Okay.
and SM was
Center for Basic Sciences.
Yeah, Center for Basic Sciences.
Okay.
So yeah, and HRI was a written exam.
Written exam.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for interviews, so I already had some preparation. I had an idea of what was going to happen because we have these
Mock interview
mock
sessions.
interviews. Yeah,
Okay.
we have these mock interview sessions
Okay.
at ISMOs where you have you either have sir asking questions or you have alumni from
Okay.
of ISMOs asking these different questions, preparing you for what will happen.
Okay. So basically, people who have already gone through the interview.
Yeah.
And they basically know what kind of
Yeah.
questions are asked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they take the interview for you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's pretty cool actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Could you tell us a little bit about maybe IISER Pune interview?
Yeah.
How was it? Like, what kind of questions did you
Yeah.
ask? Did they ask you which topic you're interested in? Or?
They did ask me
They did.
which topic I was interested in, but yeah, they also. So the first question they asked me was about the single slit diffraction experiment.
Okay.
So I had to explain first what is a classically what you would expect, and a quantum, and then what would happen, what actually happens if you
If you
Yeah.
consider quantum mechanics
Yeah.
theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
the theory. Yeah. Yeah, they also asked me a question about approximation.
Okay.
So they told me that I had to approximate how much water would exist on planet Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very exploratory question.
Yeah.
So how did you approach this?
Yeah. So first they asked me what should you know about Earth to get to an answer.
Okay.
So that would be the radius of Earth. So from the radius, you would find, and yeah, after that, you also need to know what the height of the oceans would be.
Yes. Average depth of the ocean.
Yeah,
Okay.
average depth of the ocean.
Okay.
So yeah, they gave.
So you have this concentric ring.
This sphere. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, from that you can find the volume, the rough volume of the water on Earth.
Okay.
And then from that you can calculate the mass of water because we know the density.
Density of water.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, they also did not stick to quantum mechanics, static. They also looked at your performance on the scale.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Which is very important.
Yeah.
So I've heard that there's a lot of graph plotting kind of questions. Did
Yeah.
they ask anything like that?
Yeah. They would ask. They asked questions on graph plotting as well.
Okay.
They also asked. Okay. Yeah. So first they asked a question on like what the intensity plot for the single slit diffraction would look like,
Okay.
and like what is the formula that you would use to arrive at this graph.
Okay. So what is the function?
Yeah, what is the
Okay.
function? Yeah. And then from that, yeah, they also asked me like what would happen if you Fourier transforms this graph.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So were you able to answer the question? I mean, it sounds a little complicated.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I was able to answer the question. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Okay, got it. Okay. So coming to IISER, Bhubaneswar, and HRA. So okay, can you tell us a little bit about the HRA written test?
Yeah. So they asked 5 questions for 10 marks each. There were some questions in each
Okay.
section.
How much time did you have?
We had 2 hours.
Oh, okay. 5 questions for 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Very intense. Okay.
Yeah. So the 5 questions. Okay. So they were from mechanics,
Okay.
quantum mechanics, classical mechanics and quantum mechanics, and from thermodynamics, electrodynamics, and mathematical physics.
Basically, they touched everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
They test everything.
So classical mechanics, was it like Newtonian or was Lagrangian, Hamiltonian?
It was Lagrangian.
Lagrangian. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the level of these questions? Since a lot of people are not exposed to Lagrangian.
Yeah.
So was it a little simple or?
It was. So these questions were high level questions. Yeah.
So like, did you solve these questions in maybe Vectorian or something? Or
Yeah.
So these were Vectorian questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you already had solved these questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. All right. So did you attend any other interviews? Like, how different was it, or was it pretty similar?
I also attended the interview at IISER.
Okay.
Here, I answered questions on quantum mechanics and electrodynamics.
Okay.
So, the questions may sound basic at first,
Okay.
and then they build on
Build upon it. Okay.
Yeah, build on the difficulty. Like,
Okay.
based on your answer, they build on the difficulty.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So it's very nice. Very nice to hear. So yeah, coming to your future plans, like you have been
okay,
into HRA, if I'm not wrong.
so I'm selected for HRA, IISER Pune,
Okay.
and IISER Bhubaneswar,
Okay.
and SM was.
Okay, I'm running out of fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your plan? What do you want to do? You told you're interested in astrophysics.
Astrophysics, yeah. So I might choose between HRA and IISER Pune.
Okay.
Most probably IISER.
Okay. Your reasons being?
I want an environment where multidisciplinary research is encouraged.
Okay.
So that's why I mostly want to select as.
And IISER has an amazing campus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So did you go there physically for the interview?
Yeah.
How was the campus? Like, how did you go?
Yeah. The campus was very big actually, and you had the interview in the main building.
Okay.
And you had the mess and all that. The food was good.
Food was good.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, a very nice campus, very good research atmosphere.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea about what research topic would you be interested in astrophysics? Do you have like a niche which you're interested in?
I did. So in college, I did research a little bit into cosmology.
Okay.
But I'm open to any astrophysics research. I want to test out different fields before I select my.
So will it be related to an astronomy itself, since you already have some
experience? Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. Very nice. Okay, it's very nice. It was amazing talking with you.
Thank you.
It's a very nice story. It's a very nice motivation for a lot of people. And a lot of people actually take breaks after their bachelors, and it's still really hard for us to crack the exams.
Yeah.
But doing it with the bachelors, it's not an easy job. I mean, it's very, very commendable. So it's a very big inspiration for all of us who are preparing for these competitive exams. And wealth of information. Thank you so much for a lot of very good pointers on your study techniques and stuff like that. I'm very sure it's helpful for all the learners who are watching the video. Also, if there are, I'm very sure they'll have a lot of questions, because preparing during your bachelor's isn't very easy.
Yeah.
So in such cases, I guess you can reach out to her. So in questions. Okay, one last question I had, which is the major problem for all the students who are doing preparation, which is distractions.
Yeah.
Okay. Social media.
Yeah.
So how did you circumvent the problem?
I actually don't use social media. That's my main answer.
Okay, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Sir, in his first session, he tells
Yeah.
use a keypad phone. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you know that or no?
No, I didn't use a keypad phone. I need my phone for other purposes, but
Okay.
yeah,
But no social media.
no social.
Minimalist, just study purpose.
Yeah.
Use the mobile phone for what it's used.
Yeah.
What its purpose is. All right. Okay, it was amazing talking with you. Thank you so much for the information. And all the very best. I hope you have an amazing research career. And keep us updated with what your research interest and how it evolves.
Yeah.
And, all the very best. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you. It was an honor.